All right, last week my refrigerator broke. Luckily, I purchased it at Lowe's and I took the warranty. So within the week, they were able to refund me back so that I can pick out a new fridge. So I decided to stay away from Whirlpool and I went with this brand new Bosch model, which I will show you inside in a sec. And then instead of turning this time into like a sad time, like who wants to buy another appliance, I decided to go to HomeGoods and turn my refrigerator into one of those beautiful Pinterest refrigerators, or at least try. So I'm going to show you what I got from HomeGoods as well, and then you're going to organize this brand new fridge with me. All right, so come along. All right, so this is the new refrigerator. It's a Bosch French door. I just had it plugged in yesterday, so we had to leave it for at least 24 hours for it to start generating ice. And the freezer section is really cool because it'll get really cold without actually creating like ice on it. This is inside. The back panel is stainless steel and it still has the film, you know, when you buy something new that's over it. I decided to keep it on it for a little bit, and then later on I'll remove that clear film. It's also on this top part as well, so I'll kind of keep it like a new cell phone plastic shield. I love the shelf, its ability to change around, so I can easily like remove this shelf and lower it, and they come out really easy, so that's easy to clean. Those two holes in the back are vents, and that you can really see the plastic around it in the back on that one, but eventually I'll peel that off, but I'm gonna leave it for now. The drawers have humidity settings for fruits on one side and vegetables on the other, and then there is an additional drawer, I should say, underneath to hold like, I guess, deli meats or things. And this is the model number if you're interested. The freezer section isn't organized yet, but I did head to Target and pick up some things that would be in the fridge and the freezer, and I kind of just have them thrown in here for now. That bag of ice I picked up before the refrigerator was delivered, and we were keeping things in a cooler, but now that the freezer is working, I just placed it in there for now. It does come with this extra tray in the freezer. They say it's one of the fastest ice makers, so what they are saying to do is that as the ice maker fills up with ice, you can empty the ice and store it down there so that you always have a surplus of ice available. It's a counter depth refrigerator, so the cool thing about that is that it won't stick out too far from the counter. And since the patio door is right there, it's actually really convenient for it to be counter depth and not take up the room or block the light switch. All right, so now let's talk about what I got from HomeGoods. I went to HomeGoods first without buying stuff for the fridge, so I can get like storage containers, thinking about what I usually put in the fridge and how that will work. So from all the containers that I picked up, this is the haul, but I'm going to show you each of them and why I purchased it. I spent $100 on all of these organization tubs, and I might actually need to go back and get more. Any extras that I do not use in the fridge, I will use in the pantry, because that's another project that needs some additional organization. All right, so the first thing that I picked up were these liners. These were $6.99, and I plan on putting these in the drawers that have like the produce. I keep onions in the fridge. I keep probably all veggies in the fridge, and so that drawer, usually I had paper towels down there, or I used to have a couple, one of these that would go down that vegetable drawer or fruit drawer to keep on the bottom. but I only had one of these. And so I picked up this pack for $6.99, and inside there are 6 of those. Let's take a look at one of them. They seal it really well. So they look like that. Oh, these are actually really long, longer than the one I first said. So this will probably need to be cut to fit the shelf unless it's going on like the lower rack. So I'm gonna go ahead and place these in the refrigerator where I'd like to place them, and then I'll show you what that looks like. All right, so I measured out the size of the vegetable drawer and the fruit drawer. It's this size. And so I'm gonna go ahead and cut along that so it'll fit flat, and then I'll cut another one to match. Were these kitchen drawer organizers, but I'm going to actually use them in the refrigerator. The drawer that usually holds like deli meats and things, usually in my old fridge, it was cobbled with a bunch of deli packages mixed all up. And so I might need to go back and get some more of these, but these were $4.99. And I'm gonna keep the paper on this one so I know which one to go back for. But when I put these in the drawer, they do actually still close, and so the height level on them is perfect for that drawer that comes out. All right, the next thing I picked up is traditionally for the pantry to hold like dry goods, or like this jar says like peppers or pasta in a little container. But it drives me crazy when I buy the butter in like the carton, and then we take like a stick out and it's just like this carton that's kind of soggy, but it's in the fridge and it has a stick of butter in it. So I decided I'm going to use this to hold all the sticks of butter and put this in the fridge just like this. And then I can just throw this in the dishwasher when it gets all gross and then store it back again. This one is $5.99. And if I ever decide that doesn't work, it'll just be stored in the pantry. Next, I picked up this guy. They had different sizes, ones that were individual. I did get another one of those, but this one was 2 sections in it. This one was 14. Let me see if I get the price on it. This one was $14.99, and then it had 2 separate compartments in it, which I'm gonna put basically the 2 fruits that we buy the most, which are berries, so strawberries and blueberries. Inside has a divider so you can separate them, or if you just decided to buy one kind that time when you went shopping, it can be taken out and you can fill the whole tub, or you can have layers to it. So these come apart, they snap back together. They can be laid on top. So I have a higher section and then a lower section. So you can store it that way, where there's maybe strawberries on the bottom and blueberries on the top. Right, you can fold it in half, so maybe you're just doing half shelf, so you have strawberries all the way full on the bottom and then just this little corner. Either way, I'm gonna use it this time divided into 2. And put my strawberries on one side and my berries on the other, the blueberries that I bought. Another fruit that we buy a lot are grapes. This one is the smaller one, kind of to it. This one is $6.99. And it's such a good size, the same size as you would typically get for a little bag of grapes. They do have the vents, and then they have the seal. And then inside has a little cute lid to go on top. Actually, this one goes on the bottom. So I guess if you didn't dry your fruits properly, it would leak through, and so that the moisture would get off the fruit itself, because that would lead to mold. And then seal the top, and then airtight seal. So I got one of these as well. And if you're ever curious about the vent situation on the tubs, I don't know if you've ever taken the time to read the bottom of these things, but it says right there on the bottom to keep the air ventilated to lids if you store fruits. So because this one is going to store fruits, the two vents on here, after I wash and pull off the sticker, are going to be left open. And then it says keep air ventilation closed if you're going to store vegetables. I won't be storing vegetables in either one that I selected, so I'm going to keep the vent open. If I do go back and pick up a couple more for vegetables, then I'll close the vent on those. But since I have two drawers in there, one for fruits and one for vegetables, I'm going to keep my fruits possibly on the shelf and use both of those drawers inside the fridge for vegetables. Some of the vegetables would be like peppers and onions and things like that that I would chop on a daily, while other ones would hold like zucchini, you know, cucumbers, sweet potatoes and things like that. So I think I'm going to keep both the drawers for the vegetables and keep the vents closed on those, and then keep the fruits open in the fridge, because we kind of go through fruits a lot faster than we do vegetables, because the kids can just grab them. Right, next I picked up two Tahari small fridge refrigerator storage bins. These were a great buy. They were $2.99. I probably should have picked up more so I can use in the pantry as well, but I just picked up two at $2.99. So these are the next. Then I also picked up, it was a set of 3. The size was really cute. It came stacked like these, and they were $9.99 for 3. So I'm gonna go ahead and wash these, get those labels kind of peeled off with some essential oils. They'll pull right off, or Goo Gone if you have it, and then get these decided in the refrigerator where they go. All right, so I pulled off the labels as much as I could, and these are what's left. Usually I would spray Goo Gone on it, but just to show you, I also use essential oils. Lemon actually takes it off great, and really if it smells after with lemon for essential oils in the fridge, I'm loving that. This time all I had around was like a lavender calamine. Just to show you, you could use either one because it's so concentrated. I'm just gonna put 2 drops there and then use my finger to kind of smear it around, and do the same thing with all 3 labels. Actually, this one's on the inside. And then we'll leave that for a few minutes and peel it off. All right, so I had these sitting for about 3 minutes, and you'll see how easy they peel off. This one looks like it's ready too. And they smell great too. So that's that one. All right, so I'm gonna wash these off, dry them off, and put them in the fridge. All right, the last 2 containers that I picked up, or 3 containers I should say, is for meal prep, so that those sit nice in the fridge. I got 2 glass ones. I find if I buy the glass ones, the kids don't throw them out. And so there's just 2 cute ones in here that are glass. There were 2 for $7.99. And then for meal prep, or like a pasta salad or a quinoa salad that I can leave in the fridge that they can graze on. Um, this one has a nice bamboo top. This one was $7.99, and then I picked up another one that was $7.99. And I like on the images on it, it has like little mushrooms all over it. And so these can stack nice in the fridge for when I make dinner. And then I have these glass ones as well. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to wash the fruits and vegetables and put them in those cute containers. Okay. Alright, so I'm going to put 2 tablespoons of baking soda in the water. There's a lot of strawberries. And we're going to let this sit for 15 minutes. And we're going to do the same thing with the other fruits. Alright, so now the grapes, I think this bowl's too small. I'm contemplating taking them off the vine, but maybe it's just me, but I think they'll last longer if they're on the vine. So I'm going to leave them just like that. Fill it with water and the baking soda and let it sit. This one was supposed to be for the blueberries, but I forgot I didn't pick up blueberries at Target. They didn't look the way that I usually like them. So I do still have to do some grocery shopping at Publix, and so I will pick up blueberries then and put those in. So my tub that has the 2 sections will just have all strawberries perhaps for now until I pick up those blueberries. I decided I'm going to do the same washing with my lemons, limes, apples, and green peppers. So that's what I'm going to do. The only thing is you want to make sure that after you wash these, you dry them off with a paper towel really well. Any kind of moisture will cause it to mold a lot faster. Alright, for the apples, so they're just easy to grab out the fridge and eat, I'm going to do them the same way as lemons and dry them off after. These are Simple Crisp from Target. And I just find if the fruits look pleasing in the fridge, then they're easier for them to grab than trying to heat something in the microwave. I'm just pulling off the stickers. And this bowl is a little small, but I'm still going to use it and get like that wax coating off of the apples. They are kind of small for this bowl, but I'm just going to keep switching them around and let them soak in, and I'll rinse them off. Alright, so I'm going to use this bigger pot to do the peppers. Probably should have had the apples in here, but that's what we're going to do. Alright, so all my fruits and vegetables that I got so far are soaking. I'm going to let them soak for 15 minutes, and then we're going to reach them off, dry the ones off as best I can, and then store them in the containers and put them in the fridge. Alright, I'll see you guys in 15 minutes. All right, it's been 15 minutes, so now I'm gonna rinse them off. The green peppers, red peppers, they're pretty clean. That's good. Just gonna rinse off any residue. I'm gonna dry them off. I'm gonna go ahead and do that with the rest. Now for the grapes. There's little floaty things in there. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and lay them on some paper towels before I put them in the container. Like those lemons. I'll go ahead and dry these off and put them on the paper towels off. We're gonna rinse off the grape, no, the apples. Apples were pretty plain too. I'm gonna dry these off and put those in a paper towel, and then lastly we'll do the strawberries. Now for the strawberries, I went ahead and already lined a bowl that after I rinse them, I can put them in here to soak up more of the water as they kind of air dry before I put them in the container. And just like I did the grapes where I left on the stem, I feel like they'll stay fresh if they have their leaf, and right before you eat them, you chop this part off. So I'm gonna leave the green parts on. If I was like meal prepping it for something I was gonna take to work or eat later, then I would pull them off so the container's just kind of like eat ready. But they're gonna stay in the fridge for a little bit. The kids will pull them out here and there, and they can pull the end up. I'm trying to disinfecting them for anything that may be like too rotten looking. I can go ahead and chop the rotten parts off and then eat them and not store it. Like this one, that one came off relatively easy, so I'm gonna put that in another bowl. This one has a little bruising on it, so that one. This one is probably really bad. Now, out of all the waters that I've done, this has to be the grossest, the strawberries. So, the water is even brown. That's kind of nasty. Go ahead and rinse these off. And I'm just going to put it in the paper towel bowl. Put them down before I put them in the container. All right, so now that I've done all that, the fridge is not fully stocked yet. I still need to go to the grocery store and get a lot of things, but from the containers that I showed you guys, let's just take a look at what it looks like in here. So you can see. So the drawer that's at the very bottom, I put the smaller containers in there. String cheese in one, so I have like cheese, deli meats, and the low carb tortilla wraps. Both these drawers I'm going to use for vegetables, which I have to go grab, cucumbers and zucchini and salad and things. That's going to go in these two drawers. Right now I just have the peppers I picked up from Target, and then an onion that I had, and some garlic. This shelf I'll use for like ready to eat kind of things that we picked up at Publix, and eggs, and then fruits are stored here, as well as the top is the strawberries. And these are just like grab and goes of little quick snacks I can take in my purse for the kids if I'm going somewhere, so I don't have to stop. The very top shelf is kind of like my shelf. If you know from my other videos, I've had RMI gastric bypass surgery less than a month, and so these are filled with protein waters, each one at 4 grams of protein if I'm short, and little jellos at 4 grams of protein as well. And then if I want to switch up a little bit from the water, I have coconut water there, but my son always ends up grabbing those. I also have my yogurts and cottage cheese and applesauce. So kind of this top section is mine. These are some things I had from my previous fridge, which were like drink holders. I'm not drinking any alcohol, but that's where that would go if I need to store a bottle. Maybe I'll pick up some nice non-alcoholic drinks I can put in there for the house. I haven't finished restocking all the condiments, so that's where this will go. And then I do have the bottom with the Parmesan for the pasta. So overall, it looks like that to start, which I really like. And the container was great, like I said, for the butter. With the brand new packs, when I opened up, I noticed I had to put it at an angle. So it's really great for those half measured packets of butter. And it doesn't stop the door from closing, so that's good. In the freezer, I still have a lot to do there at shop, but this is just what I picked up at Target. I have fruits in the bottom, turkey, some quick, easy grab microwave meals for like my son, and breakfast, some just Jimmy Dean turkey sausages. This side I'll put all the packages of meats and things. So I have some cod, some shrimp, my son's buffalo, and I still have to restock. In this top section I'll keep the veggies, and I still have the ice from when the fridge didn't work and I had it in the cooler, so I'm just going to go through that. And if I do a big haul, I can use this section as well to store, but I think this is good for now. I'll restock on some chicken and things that I can make, but that is what we have right now. I do have condiments still to put back from before, so that's on the counter. So I'm gonna clear this counter and put those things in the fridge too. So, well, I hope you enjoyed the video today. I'm really loving the new refrigerator. I'm gonna go clean up a little bit, finish putting some condiments that I had back in the fridge, head to Publix, restock for some of those condiments that were missing, and get ready to prep dinner. Tonight I am making two kind of different meals. My house kind of eats different, and that's horrible. We should all just eat the same thing, but we don't. So I'm trying to keep carbs away from my youngest son, so his meal won't consist of any. I'll do like I'm thinking I'll do like a shrimp and andouille sausage and zucchini Cajun kind of dish for my husband and my son. I'll take out I won't cook the shrimp with it for my husband because he doesn't eat shrimp. I'll give the shrimp to my son because he'll eat that. I'll make a pasta kind of salad with this new pasta that I picked up from Homegoods that are like little buildings pasta from Italy. I think he'll like that, with some mozzarella and some tomatoes, and make like a big salad out of it, like a pasta salad. I'll give him that and the shrimp. For myself, I'll probably just have the shrimp and some cottage cheese maybe. I don't really eat that much right now, so it's probably like maybe 4 or 5 ounces maybe if I can eat that. So I'll do the shrimp and the cottage cheese for me. I'll give the kids, you know, that portion. And that's kind of how I cook. When I cook, I kind of think of a meal that I can kind of divide and split and conquer. And then anything extra I'll store in the fridge, and then they can graze on it until the next time I cook. So hope you enjoyed. Bye for now.